Afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm visible enough. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first ever virtual meeting of a virtual event. Mother-daughter event is an annual spring event where mothers and daughters have an opportunity to have a meaningful date to enrich their relationship while celebrating International Women's Day together. OGAV felt the need for mother-daughter event in the community where mothers can be empowered through sharing their experiences with other women alongside their daughters in a small group setting. The essence is to give an opportunity for learning and empowerment. Last year's event was one of the last community events before the lockdown. This year, we're celebrating through the change and adapting to make the best of our situation. We have been shut down by COVID and not out of the woods yet, with the third phase looming, but we are in a better place than last year. We have all become better by actualizing that the world is a global village. We have people from all over the world on Zoom with us today, from Nigeria, Europe, the Caribbean, Dubai, and we're supposed to have from Qatar as well, if they've logged in, and then North America, of course. And so thank you all for joining us this afternoon. I will not bore you again from what you have heard from the video, but just continue from there. Our theme this year is Choose to Challenge from the International Women's Day celebration. It will be very naive of us to connive at the driving issues behind the theme this year. It is obvious that the demand for a change in societal inequality and racial bias is in every aspect of society is very tangible and cannot be ignored. OGAV chose to challenge the systemic deprivation of girls' worth and value that limits the opportunity given to girls to be educated, knowledgeable, empowered, to make the right decisions for themselves because of gender inequality. We are making a difference by supporting, promoting, and advancing girls' education academically and social skills. In this pandemic era, we had the opportunity to make a difference and impact the community, especially the Peel region where we are. We reached out to 600 vulnerable girls with care packs through the Blooming in Adversity project in partnership with Red Cross and Government of Canada. That was really rewarding, getting to know the girls and getting to know their needs. We also run a weekly virtual meeting to support the mental wellness of the girls in these unprecedented times by our team of volunteer members. It is my pleasure to then introduce the workforce behind OGAV International team and to acknowledge their contributions. I'm going to start with the Board of Trustees. I have Mrs. Susanna Lalade, the VP. I have Mrs. Folusho Abayomi, our secretary, who ushered us into this event this morning. Mrs. Alaba Ajayi, the treasurer. I have Dr. Lorraine Otoide, the program director. I have Mrs. Judy Solomodosi, who is a moderator tonight as the assistant program. We have Dr. Adiola Lauye as fundraising, and we have Mrs. Kemi Ogumefo as well, who is always our liaison officer with the Nigerian team. We also have the team, the volunteer team that runs our event behind the scene. We have the social and media with IT support. Wale Rominuyi, he's our tech specialist. We have Ahmad Botts, who is the social media coordinator, Roy Hushbu. We have Alan Pabla as well. The Blooming in Diversity project, which we ran with Red Cross for 12 weeks late last year. We had River Guel, the team lead for the support. We have Isaac with the care park, Amanda Hijayi, Miriam Soher, both are leads for our weekly virtual meetings that are ongoing at the moment. We have the other members as Adeline Bruto, sorry, Bututur. We have Bolu Adeyemo, we have Taylor Wakomi, we have Anupra Ravula as well. All these are our volunteers that are helping to support us, and I do want to appreciate your contribution even this morning. Thank you very much. Please, within the few hours that we have together, this is so compressed. On a normal day for our event, it's a day's program. We start at 8:30, finishing around 2:33. We are compressing into about 2 hours at most. So please, let's have a good time together. Let's use it wisely, effectively, and productively, bearing in mind the essence of the day. And please enjoy every moment of the time. Thank you very much for coming, and we just appreciate you being here. Thank you. Before I leave, I actually want to say a big thank you to Dr. Jean Augustine, who yielded to my call at the last moment when I got the emergency call that our keynote speaker, Ethy, had a fall and is in the hospital. Madam, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you. You're always a mentor. You're always there. And thank you for having that shoulder for us to fall on. I'm grateful. And I'm also grateful to Dr. Tosi Polajimi for coming on board at a short time. Thank you very much. Please, ladies, enjoy your time. Thank you all for coming.
Mele and Jacob are the same age. They grew up in the same village. Growing up, they learned different roles for men and women. Mele helped her mum with cooking, cleaning, and childcare, while Jacob helped with outdoor work. He has more free time. Their rigid views of masculine as strong and protective and feminine as caring and serving were formed. Jacob learns that anything feminine is associated with weakness. He is teased if he shows emotion and told he kicks like a girl if he plays poorly. Jacob learns that women are valued less, boys are better than girls. Mele learns that she can't do everything the boys are allowed to do.
The first question, based on the video, is what characteristic is associated with feminine things? Please feel free to answer in the chat. The first correct question will be noted down for a prize later on. For this question, the answer is weakness. And so the first correct answer was from Mahmudat. Congratulations. Moving on to the next question. Question 2. What does Jacob learn about boys in contrast to girls? So it seems as though Jose, I think she spelled boy wrong, but boys are stronger than girls. Yes, that is the first correct answer. Congratulations, your name will be noted for a prize later on. Be sure to keep tuned.
At this point, it is time to introduce our guest speakers. So we have two guest speakers. We have Dr. Jean Augustine, who will be speaking first. Dr. Jean Augustine is a Canadian educator and community activist who has contributed extensively to the Canadian Society as a politician, educator, and advocate for social justice and the empowerment of women. She has the Jane Augustine Center for young ladies, where she's able to contribute in all these areas in the society. She has been recognized with many awards. One of them is the YWCA Women of Distinction Award. She's a member of the Order of Canada, and she has also been awarded the Queen Diamond Jubilee Medal. Please join me in welcoming her, Dr. Jean Augustine. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much, Judy, for this introduction. I want to wish everyone online and all those who are part of OGAV, the Board of Directors, and the volunteers and team, happy International Women's Month. We've come to the end of March, and therefore we've come to the time when we could look back on the month to see what progress has been made. Because you see, this is an opportunity, a time for people to reflect on how far we've come as women, how far we've come as a society in advancing women's equality. It's also a time to assess the challenges that are facing women, and a time to celebrate the gains that we've made, and to look at our organization to see how far, what the way forward, and what we can do as we move forward.
Next to continue in our theme today is our next speaker, Dr. Tosin Dotun Olujimi. She is a blessing to many women and is a wonderful woman of God. She has a program which she hosts, a talk show program she hosts every Monday called Let's Talk Courage with Tosin Dotun Olujimi, where she empowers us, including women, and encourages through the word of God. She is a mother of 3 children, and as well as a mother to a lot of her spiritual children by the grace of God. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Pastor Mrs. Tosin Dotun Olujimi. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a privilege to come on with OGAV. I'm so impressed with what's going on within the organization, especially at this time. I see that more and more there's a disparities in terms of women. With the lockdown, you could see that women being the primary carer needs, extra encouragement. I just want to thank you for the work you're doing. It's remarkable. And, staying consistent is the key. Listening to Dr. Jane Augustine, I really know that it's important for us to look at history, to unlearn the things that were wrong that we have learned. And moving forward, I believe that impacting lives for me, it's always, it's always what gives you, that upliftment.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending the program today. Like she introduced me, my name is Dr. Laoye, and I'm in charge of fundraising for OGAV. As you all know, we have different programs to meet the needs of girls in Nigeria and in Canada. Currently in Canada, we are running a weekly program. It's a virtual program to support mental health and wellness of girls in our community. And the program actually started last year. It was fully funded by Red Cross in Canada. And pre-COVID in Nigeria, we run weekly mentoring program in public secondary schools and summer camp for 1,000 girls in Agege, a low-income community in Lagos. We focused on Agege because it's one of the very, very low-income communities, and the girls there are very needy. And we all know that running these programs costs a lot of money. This is not an understatement. Our financial support has been primarily through the Board of Trustees, family, friends, donations from Nigeria, and gala nights in Canada. But COVID lockdown, the pandemic generally, has not helped the situation, and the need to support the girls has increased a lot. So we are trying to launch a Blooming in Adversity project in Agege, Lagos, to provide 1,000 girls with care packs for schools in Agege. We are asking for your support. These are samples of the care packs you can see on the screen that we provided to girls in Canada. This was in partnership with Red Cross Canada. So at this point, we want to passionately plead with you to help us support a $15 care pack that we plan to give to our 1,000 girls in Nigeria. We want you to choose to challenge, to make a difference by supporting and sponsor a care pack. You are choosing, you can choose to support as many girls as you want. We want you to please change the trajectory of these girls, and we promise to update you through what we are doing through our projects. Our donation information is on the screen. There are different ways you can donate. You can send us PayPal. The address is there, the mother-daughter event. You can e-transfer, contact at OGAV, and that will go straight into our bank account. And yeah, like I said, you can sponsor as many girls as you wish. You can sponsor one girl. You can sponsor 10 girls. We know you can do it. You can choose to challenge and support OGAV. So we look forward to you dipping your hands into your purses and or write a check to support us. Thank you very much. We will appreciate it.
Video of spoken word by Anissa Ndauda.
Gender is a pre-written book, and the plot is boring. Daughter, girlfriend, mother, wife, rip out the pages, staple them to your back, and start soaring. Pretty, quiet, weak. They will try to describe you with such things, but you will use their stereotypes and turn them into your wings. When you choose to challenge. Gender is a pre-written book, but not all the girls' stories end the same way. 33,000 girls are forced to become child brides every day. 132 million girls are not in school, and their futures are balloons that they watch drift away. But you are the full stop to the story. You are the new sentence that takes it on a different road. When you speak up, you open your palms and you share the load when you choose to challenge. Gender is a pre-written book, but not all of the characters are included, like the First Nations women. who stand as still as statues, always walked past but never acknowledged or seen, or migrant women whose culture stands like a skyscraper, and they're forced to burn down the parts of themselves society doesn't deem convenient, or refugee women who are treated with brutality when we should have been lenient. And you are there as this story unfolds and you are faced with a choice. So choose to challenge. Gender is a pre-written book, and this is your chance to add your own chapter, to call out racism and sexism, and use courage to rub it out, to stand where the rest of the world has chosen to sit, to call it out at home, at work, at school, bit by bit, to scream where the world has chosen to whisper, not just for your daughter, your mother, or your sister. Let us choose to challenge. Gender is a pre-written book, and if you're listening to this, then your actions are the pen, your life is the paper. You are not the oppression of the past. I believe that you are so much greater, stronger, kinder. Choose to create history, not to be created by it. Choose to challenge.